But it's been a day of resilience. That's what you would call a day like today when, you had a sharp dip at the open that was bought into. We're holding with a cut of almost just around 35 points, and bulls would perhaps take that. This is the halftime report. I'm Manglam Malu. Joining me is Sonal Butra, as well as, in just a bit, Ekta Batra. As far as, the mid-caps are concerned, they are outperforming, and that's telling you that the street is not very worried about the way the market may, react going forward.
Yes, it's not as bad as we were fearing, right? The Nifty is sitting with cuts of 36 points, and the SGX Nifty in the morning was indicating a cut of 170 points. So definitely we are doing better than our global peers as well. For just a wee bit, we did get into the green as well, but we have fallen from the highs, but nothing to complain about there. As Magnum said, mid-caps are the ones that are outperforming today, and banking names, look at them, up 0.5% on the Bank Nifty. And in the Nifty pack, if we talk about stocks which are doing well right now, we have IndusInd Bank, which is at the day's high. Reliance is the one which is batting for bulls as well, so that stock should also come up for you on the screen. That is higher as well. HUL as well is higher in trade, but a lot of stocks in the broader markets that are moving around in trade on the back of earnings, Relaxo being one of them. What happened here among them? Weak set of numbers?
Weak set of numbers. In fact, one of the worst set of numbers that we've seen for Relaxo in a long time. Why do I say that? Well, because on the one hand, the revenues were down almost about 6%, we did see the company's EBITDA almost halving from 117 odd crores just to around that 59 crore mark, and the margins actually collapsed to single digits, and that's perhaps the lowest that we've seen in the longest time. The net profit as a result of which was down by almost 70 odd percent. Why is it that the performance was weak for them? The company said that, demand for the entry level, lower level products were not doing well, the masses product that is. And at the same time, we did see a decline in the way the company reduced its prices because of the sharp fall that we saw in commodities as well, and to make sure that people are being able to afford the products that they're selling. But at the same time, they were also sitting on high cost inventory. So all of that caused a bit of a problem in their margins. In fact, they believe that in the third quarter as well, there would be some sort of impact, but thereafter they would have been done away with all the high cost inventory. Valuations wise, Relaxo wasn't cheap. So as a result of which, we're seeing that incremental sell-off out here. But as far as individual stocks are concerned, some numbers that came at the bottom of your screen, that was from Devyani. A good growth is what we saw in the company's EBITDA, and the management said that they've achieved the highest ever net new store opening in a quarter. 88 new stores is what they've opened. We saw a bit of a spike, but now we are awaiting some more details like same store sales growth, etc. for them, for all their other verticals, which is Pizza Hut, KFC, etc. M&M Financial is the other stock which is surging in trade today on the back of a strong pickup in dispersals in October. Abhishek joins in. It's a 10% up move, Abhishek, at the high point of trade.
Well, Manglam, as you mentioned, the business update of October did mention the disbursals to be at 5,250 crore, which is perhaps the highest monthly disbursals that you are seeing in last 13 months. It's up about close to 28.7% on a month-on-month basis. Also, asset quality has deteriorated a bit with gross NPA coming in at 7% for October when compared to 6.7% that you saw at the end of September. Collection efficiency also has dipped to 91%, which is a seasonal factor, as the management did mention to us on air, versus 98% that it was in the previous month. Coming on to Q2 FY23 results, the disbursals are at 16-quarter high at about 11,824 crores, which is up more than 82.5% YOY and about close to 25% sequentially. The loan growth has come in at 21.6% YOY, which is a 14-quarter high, and the AUM growth as well, close to 14% YOY, is a 9-quarter high. Operating profit was a miss given the fact that it declined by 15% YOY and about 8.7% sequentially. So in terms of PNL versus RPOL, the profit was a miss given the fact that they have made a one-time provision related to the Sri Lankan subsidiary, which led to the miss in PAT. So brokerages have written on M&M Finance. Morgan Stanley has an overweight rating with a target price of 225 per share. They said that the profit beat is due to much lower provisions and weaker than expected operating profit is negative. We also have Jefferies on M&M Finance. They have an underperformance rating with a target price of 155 per share. They said that the gap between gross NPA as per IRAC norms and as per IND-AS is actually shrink to about 1.2% of the loans in October, which is a good factor, and that is playing out in trade today. Back to you.
Okay, all right. That is about M&M Financial, but Bajaj Auto, that is the stock surging in trade today. Morgan Stanley has upgraded the stock to an overweight. Sonia is joining us with all those details. Sonia. Well, thanks a lot for that. So Bajaj Auto is up about 1.5%, as you rightly pointed out. Very interesting report from Morgan Stanley, where they have upgraded the stock to an overweight from an equal weight. They have a target price of 4,309, which is a 15% upside to the current market price. Now, we all know that Bajaj Auto is facing problems in the export market, but Morgan Stanley's view is that the export slowdown risks are largely priced in, and the domestic market improvement is something that they're betting on. Morgan Stanley has already built in a 20% decline in the export business in FY23, and they say that in the domestic business, the company has a very strong portfolio of brands, whether it's the Pulsar, the KTM, the Triumph 2023 launch, and all of this will help them gain a share in the premium motorcycle space. Now, if you observe the domestic motorcycle market in the last 6 months, Bajaj Auto has seen a significant improvement from an average of 1.5 to 1.8 lakh units up until July. Suddenly, the domestic market has seen an improvement to about 2.5 lakh units, and this is something that Morgan Stanley is betting on. In fact, they are quite optimistic on TVS Motor as well. They believe that the worst of the export slowdown has been factored in for both Bajaj Auto and TVS Motor, and hence an upgrade over there. Back to you.
Right, Sonia, thanks a lot for that. Meanwhile, what we were awaiting for Devyani, we've got that. That's the same-store sales growth which has come in. For Pizza Hut, it's a same-store sales growth of just around 2.9%. But brands which are growing fast for them, we have KFC, where the same-store sales growth is at 13%. And for Costa is another, focus area for the company, growing it from a low base, has seen a same-store sales growth of 50.7%. Remember, same time last year, mobility was limited. So as a result of that, we're seeing a big move out there. The stock just about in the green. Now, take a short break, come back. We focus on some other stocks in focus as well.